In this legal vision, I would like to talk about legal issues in Gaza peace plan. Now, the Gaza peace plan is being processed further. I have talked to two or more topics on the same Gaza and existing Gaza, the Gaza peace plan, and the transition and everything. But now I take the topic of legal issues, which are very important to be addressed. But how the legal issues can be addressed? The mechanism of the Gaza peace plan is a very difficult for the transition. How it affects the legal issues are violation of the also the more existing programs and plans also. That is displacement, that is the violation and human rights violation and also military forces. The three violations are very strong in the Gaza peace plan, without which, without which the Gaza peace plan cannot be implemented. Under the international law, the military forces and the displacement and human rights, which are very, very important. Under the international law, whether it may be at the also binding or not, it is another question. At the same time, these matters have to be addressed. Without military forces, how the people can be transited? The transition is very important. The Gaza peace plan includes in the displacement of the Palestinians. The Palestinians have to be displaced from one place to another place. That is a transition. To have the transition, we need the military forces and as well as the displacement. It will affect the people. That is a human rights violation. And how these can be addressed. The three matters are legal issues. The Gaza peace plan has some agreements, some provision to address these mechanisms, to address these legal issues. But the legal issues have to be properly handled. The legal issues have to be properly addressed so that only the Palestinians cannot be affected. If we go into the Gaza, the real picture is very worst. One side the women, one side the children, one side the also stillborn child, one side the death, one side the also non-income, and most things. It has become the complicated matters due to Hamas. The conflict started by the Hamas. This is very important to address all the needs. How we can do it? How they really the experts in the Gaza peace plan will do this without violation? It is also the questions. So all the legal issues can be addressed, whether the military forces are used against the people, whether the displacement is voluntary or compulsory, whether human rights violated or not. All legal issues have to be addressed. And how the people will get affected the thousand rate and how many percentage of affliction will be there. All we have to do. So if the Gaza peace plan is implemented without the legal issues, complicated, the best one peace plan will be implemented in international because the affection and afflictions are a lot in the Gaza. It is not on the base of the religion, but it's also on the humanity that we have to think. But it was started on religion base, but now we see the crisis of the humanity crisis. This happening on and off us also in the war zone. So we need to address the war zone really these needs of the people. Simultaneously the restoration of the food system, restoration of the employment, restoration of the regular civil life, all have to be done after the peace plan implementation. Whether this will be done by the people or by the monitoring agency, it is up to the UNO. The United Nations organization is for that. The UNO cannot stop war, but the UNO can handle the crisis properly during the war or in the war zone, even after the war. The UNO has to get involved completely to restore the peace in Gaza. by providing more employment, by monitoring it, and giving new life to the affected people, and not to get involved in the religious conflict and everything. So that only the human civil life will be good. That civil life, peaceful civil life, is recorded and needed currently in Gaza. Thereafter, no more crisis expected between Israel and also Palestine on the base of the Gaza. Gaza is a small city, but also the people have got completely afflicted. So the above stated legal issues have to be addressed by the mechanism of the implementation on the field in the Gaza peace plan. Under the international law, it is very significant to provide the human rights, the respect to the human rights that is needed. In future also, it should not this also happen in Gaza. After peace plan implementation, and it should not, the affliction should not return further in future also.